Good morning. This is my method of making a men's shirt collar. I start off with this part of the collar by putting a mark at the seam allowance. I use a 1 centimetre seam allowance, so I put a mark that way and that way on it. And I'll show you why in a minute. This is a pretty well-known method of doing collar peaks, but I think it's great and I think it works well. We sew up to 1 stitch before the mark. And then we take a piece of thread, lift up the foot, and we get rid of this. And slip this between the 2 layers. And take that extra stitch. Now we take the pieces of thread and tuck them right out of the way within the collar so we don't stitch them again. And then continue on to the other end. I actually find this end easier. Lift up the foot, slip this in between. Like so. One more stitch. Bring the piece around and tuck them right out of the way. Pivot. And finish. Now the next part is to trim these corners close to the stitching. Now we turn it inside out. Grab the thread and pull, and it gives an absolutely flawless point. As I said, this is an old technique, but I'm sure there are still some people who don't know about it, so it's worthwhile showing it again. great peaks. I find if I trim it and then poke it with the turner, it's always a little bit clumpy no matter what you do, but this makes it absolutely perfect. Now all that has to be done is the threads need to be cut. Simple as that. Now a bit of a press and on to the next part.